From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Today, there's an NFC fighting storm between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Michael Dixon with the honor of getting us started. And here we go from L.A. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Cooker 19. Hey, me.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. That's on target, Puka Nacua. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They gain 11 on that play, and that's going to be good for an LA first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And this one is knocked away from the intended target. Good start from the defense here as that incompletion brings up 2nd down.
I don't think there's any question about it. You could see right from the jump here the point of emphasis with this coaching staff. Be active with your hands, not just one guy. All these guys are flying around and so actively, aggressively looking for that impact play.
Back to the air here on 2nd. Sanders lasers this one deep down the middle. Brought in inside the 20. And the stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. A big 34-yard pickup there. And the Rams have the first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive.
Let's go now. Hawk 70. Go.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And they take this in for the score. The Rams finish up an excellent opening series. quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
2-point attempt coming. Sanders getting his offense set.
Come on, come on. Hey.
And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. Well, hey, tip of the cap for really trying to seize control with an 8-0 lead here early. But the success from their opening drive didn't carry over into that 2-point play.
And if anything, partner, it really backfired because you gave them a chance to recoup a little momentum they lost. Getting beat down with that drive. Not only that, but if this offense answers touchdown for touchdown, they can actually now take the lead.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. He'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Milroe looking to throw. Got a man. It's Knox. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Milroe from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Shaq Thompson. And the Rams will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with a pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Play action, Sanders. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there, 2nd down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Ready, go. Viking 18. Ready.
Straight ahead with Williams. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Sanders now on 3rd down. Throwing this one back of the end zone. Intercepted, but oh, wait. Officials say that he wasn't in bounds. The offense can let out a little sigh of relief. On comes Joshua Carty and the Rams field goal unit to try it on 4th down. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will add to their score.
Kate, if we weren't dealing with a little bit of wind out there, I'm not sure that kick has enough steam to make it. In track, they call that wind aided. In football, they call it 3 points.
On the return, this is McCaffrey. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
From the gun, Milroe. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Milroe. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. And dose of the hurry up here. Walker on first down. It'll be a quality gain on the run. And that also brings us to the end of this quarter. That's the end of one here on New Year's Eve. Our score reads 9-0. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. The throw left side, caught by Smith-Njigba. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. It's a design keeper for Milroe. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Milroe throwing on third down. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. So they get dings for the holding. Gotta wonder if that changes their call as they line this up for third down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he's got it for the touchdown, but while they celebrate, back near the line, we've got a flag, Brock, in the neighborhood we usually see holding. After the holding call, they're going to need even more now on third down. 3rd and long for him here. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. On to try the field goal now, Chase McLaughlin. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And it's back to a one-score game now. The deficit is 6.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. All set to go now from the 35. From the pistol, they give here to Walker. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. To throw, here's Milroe. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Cameron Curl has it. And the Rams have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Sanders going to throw here on 1st. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11.
Let's go now. Hot 70, hot.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Seahawks get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Brought in right side. And he's across midfield into Rams territory.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes, you can get to win-win.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Working now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Working quickly here. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Play made there by Clark Phillips. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. More football from SoFi in just a moment. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now it's Milroe. Space on the right, and he's got room. And he's making the house call. Pick 6 for Los Angeles.
I got to imagine this defense right now has got some kind of tail on this quarterback. He's either giving it away with his eyes or his feet. Interception on the previous drive, and this defense once again jumping all over him.
On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams bump the lead up to 13 points. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith-Njigba. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a 29-yard gain. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages. Yeah,
that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
1st down throw here from Milroe. Completes it again to Smith-Njigba. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks making a 1-score game before halftime. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Seahawks get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll go play action for Sanders. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams grow their lead just before halftime.
Quarterback, receiver, yeah, they'll get the credit. Those numbers, those stats, they're theirs. But that play happens, Kate, because the big guys up front give them enough time to make it happen. From one side of the field to the other, bingo.
That one right down the middle. And the Rams bump the lead up to 13 points. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. On the return, this is McCaffrey. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Draw play. This is McCaffrey. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Okay, ready?
They'll throw, 3rd and long. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Here's Milroe, 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Milroe. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had. And incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Ready up.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39. Milroe with it on 1st. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles. Go.
Milroe from the gun. And he's got it in the end zone for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks make it a 1-score game before halftime. Jackson Smith and Jigba with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks get it back to within 6. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down.
Let's go now.
He's back to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And this is taken ahead to the 37. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. On the return, this is McCaffrey. He dodged the tackle. He's got a lane up past the 30. And some excellent field position awaiting them. That return up close to the 40 before he went out.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
The third quarter is going to start with a run by Walker. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Milroe now to throw. And they pick him up again! And he takes this one back and in for the Los Angeles pick six. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future. They had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams bump the lead up to 13 points. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. On the return, this is McCaffrey. Dodges another stop. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. From the gun, Milroe. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
2nd and 10, Milroe to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there'll be more interceptions.
And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down, and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Oh, brother, it's another interception! And the Rams are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10.
Ready? Cook at 19.
Sanders setting the pass. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Ready? Ready, go! Go!
Play action, Sanders. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Cowboy 80.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. Brought in left side by Godwin. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he sends this one straight up. He's trying to stick him deep. And the fair catch made here at the 15.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10.
Let's go now. 19 Sergeant.
Walker now from the gun. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. We'll go play action here. It's Milroe. Finds him on the crossing route. And no yak this time. They got on him quickly down at the 32-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. They give up the gut to Walker. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
On these first and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun now for Milroe. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Absolutely fires this one right side. That's complete inside the 35. And this will reach the opposing 25-yard line.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Here we go.
Now an inside give to Walker. He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Coming deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it looks like that'll be Rams football.
You know, Kate, defenders today are taught, don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form, making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
The drive begins with a run. It's Williams. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
So as the clock winds down to a new year, we wind down to our final quarter. That's the end of 3. The Rams up by a couple of scores as we look ahead to the 4th. And Brock, they are in control of that football. Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. To the air on 3rd and long. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. That is Nick Emanwari. And they're going to score. It's a pick 6 for Seattle. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So 1st down from the 41.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Hits him on the out route. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Give to Williams from the gun. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Ready, set, hurt. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Air it out on 3rd. Defender is there. He knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
24.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start after 35. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. To the ground with Walker. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Maybe a little rattled after that near interception. Let's see how he plays this on 3rd and long. Man in motion out of the slot. Milroe throwing on 3rd down. Smith and Jigbo with yet another catch. Again, he's got room. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. Smith and Jigbo with a touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. McLaughlin, attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10.
60 Bison.
Up the gut they go with Williams. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Sanders. Right side, hauled in by Godwin. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Sneak here, Sanders. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Hot 70, hot 70.
Set up the screen. Here's Nakua. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Here we go. Start. Hey, Crash. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger.
Now Sanders. Defense is there, and he's going down. For the moment, we've got a sack. We do, though, have a flag to sort out first before we can lock that in. All right, this is a little bit odd. I think in most spots we'd expect to see them decline the call, take the lost yards and down.
All I can think of here is they've got some extreme confidence, maybe hubris in their defense to make a similar type of play, but just tack on even more negative yards lost.
Tackle 80. Check. Ready.
To throw now is Sanders. Screen here for Williams. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
60 Eagles. Ready. Hut. Go.
Looking to throw. He put some juice on a deep throw. Brought in inside the 20. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams push this to an 8-point game.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
That That one splits the uprights. And the Rams push the lead to 2 scores now.
Seahawks 31.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. On the return, this is McCaffrey. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10. Their own 23-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Milroe from the gun. Short pass brought in. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves.
Milroe now to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. He's got it deep downfield. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset? Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks have cut it to a 3-point game here in the fourth.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. With your route, check. Secure the catch, quickly become a runner, check. And finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks cut the lead down to just 2. We're down inside the final 90 seconds as they line up for the all-important onside kick. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Rams make the recovery. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. First and 10. They'll run. This is Williams. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be second and 12.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Another run for Williams. And he hits the lane for 9 into enemy territory. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their third and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be fourth down.
That's one of those situations where if you're going to call that play, you better execute it. Because if it works, well, you're a genius. But one little thing gets off, a little bit of penetration, you don't seal the edge, well, you're punting, and that play goes right out the window.
The Rams are set to punt. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. The Rams are set to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And this one touchdown inside the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Let's go now.
Setting up to pass. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Looking to throw it. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force fourth down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge next time the ball comes his way.
So make a check in that win column for the Rams. And Brock, we all know